Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today I'm doing the reading for air sign. We're using the Fairy Tarot by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine, and we're using the Enchanted map by Colette-Baron-Reid. So the first card pulled was for air sign, is a five of wands. It's like the five of swords. So you may have five people in a work situation that do not get along, and so they are fighting for each other being heard, but no one's actually truly listening. So you could have five people in a company that don't get along, and you're seeing through it. Maybe you sense the tension in the room, in the place of work. And I've just lost my page. I'll just wait. Alright, so they're fighting. No one's actually hearing, they're just speaking, but no one's listening. You know when you have someone talk over you when you're trying to explain something? It's that. In Japanese culture and Chinese culture, the rule of thumb is to listen 80% and speak 20%, or listen 90% and speak 10%, because if you're speaking just to be heard, then you're not listening to the people trying to explain something or get their message across or get their fears across about a situation. So you need to talk less, listen more. That's a very hard thing to learn. If you're very impulsive and you like to talk, get your message across, it's saying you need to slow down and listen to other people. You have here, open your heart, and it's talking about a love, a brand new love coming in, or a brand new home. There's the dove on the water. It's a new relationship or the rebirth of a current one, or the ability of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies coming through. So you may be going up a notch on the level of what you can do, whether you see, hear, or feel things. Some people see, hear, and feel everything. And so air signs, you may be a particular time in this, I think it was Neptune, trine with Gemini and Capricorn moon coming up, according to Tom McMullen and Alison Dubois. So you may find new love coming into your life. You've got two aces. Two aces to me means two beginnings, two births. One's a business. One can be love, opening your heart, cracking your heart open, letting someone in, letting old ties that you may have with someone that aren't working. You may decide to try to understand each other at a deeper level. Maybe you go to a counsellor and you talk to them and talk out your feelings. Some people are better expressing their feelings on paper, and some are better expressing in words. So define which way you want to express yourself in order to be heard. I know some people like to text rather than take a phone call, and if that's the case, text works too. You could be having a very close platonic relationship, and it just says, yeah, you need to be fulfilled in yourself and your worthiness to be loved. You need to feel good about your own self before you can invite the right person in. In the past, you were looking after family and family matters, helping to relate to extended family, possibly, and being there as a support network, and raising children wisely, or helping to raise someone else who could be a family member, like a brother or a sister. You had some input into that. So that's a skill that you've learnt as a parent. You've learnt to parent someone else other than yourself. Princess of Summer can relate to someone who is got water very strong in their placement. Like I have a Pisces moon, and I have a Cancer moon, and I have a Scorpion moon. Water is very prominent in my chart, and I also have fire, Sagittarian, and Aries rising. That's in my natal chart. It's very interesting if you can find out your natal chart, because it does bear a strong which way you can read the cards. You may have strong water placement or strong fire placement. then you can read both fire, air and water. Or you could be in a trine, where I've got a trine of Gemini, Aquarius twice. And then you've got the air. Aries, the fiery aspect, the ascendant. Aries is a god of war, so therefore you could be an emperor going out to battle every day, whether it's in your mind, PTSD, or you're battling unseen forces or things you think you need to protect yourself from. Air signs pick up on things pretty quickly, and it's usually a sense of things. Like, I know I break computers. I'm no good with computer, electrical gadgets or clocks or watches. My clocks and my watches never last. They either stop working, become too slow, or they just tell the wrong time. Or the phone's time doesn't work, or it doesn't turn on and off, and I break phones all the time. I can remember working in David Jones a long time ago, and when I had my break, I'd go up there to have my coffee and my half a sandwich, and the register would stop working. So I stopped going up there. In the end, she said, "Don't come near the register," because I don't want the register to break. It's all that electrical impulses, because if you think about it, we run on energy, we run on electrical impulses that moves our muscles and our nerve endings. So when you're quite connected to energy, when you are spiritual, you can affect the energy in a room. I like to clean my room, my space every day. Disinfect it, clean it, to get rid of the energy that's currently there. It's a temporary abode. So it's not my energy, it's someone else's energy that I'm trying to smudge out. Whether you use an incense stick, a candle, or you put crystals in a room, the crystals can also either magnify the problem, or they can cleanse your personal aura. Someone told me to use lavender in between the third eye, which is the space between your eyebrows, and that helps to calm down the energy. If you're so easily overwhelmed by other people's energy, you become drained if they're vibrating low. So this is why I'm talking about vibrating low. We've got the Four of Cups. This talks about an energy that is low. You're either tired, you've been unwell, or you've run yourself ragged, where you're trying to do everything and see everything and cram everything in, multitasking everything daily. That's how I operate. I'm up at 4 usually, multitasking, getting downloads from my astral plane. I'm getting downloaded messages, so I'm always exhausted when I wake up, because I've been seeing stuff that's coming for me in the future. You need to listen to those, because they're real. They're not imagined, and sometimes people need to come through when you're at peace, when you're asleep. These messages will come through when you're completely relaxed, and then you'll probably get more intuitive symbols and places, geographic places you are going to move to or work at. Your place of work may change, and the Ace of Cups can represent a change of place of work. Where you are working currently, you may decide to move to a different area or a different field of work. Ace of Spring in your future is to do with action. This again is fire energy, the beginning, the feeling of an abundance of energy. Could be the beginning of a new enterprise, a new job, a new platform online. It's the seed that sprouts the first germinated sunflower. So you might be planting something, or want to plant yourself into a new home. New career opportunities are also present. So fire can represent new career, the beginnings of a business. When I started this, it was a blog. It's evolved into a channel. It began with a seed of an idea, a star seed, if you will. And it's talking about new beginnings or promotions. The time is to act now. Be daring, be fearless, and happily pursue your treasured dreams. You might not have all the details worked out. I'm learning as I'm going. But don't let that hold you back. All the steps will reveal themselves as you move forward. The holy hawthorn tree sprang from the staff of Joseph of Arimathea. It's a sapling, it's a sparkling, the seed of inspiration will sprout and grow wings. Then you have the Two of Cups. This is to do with a romance currently you're in or about to become involved with. Someone who could be a military pilot, has been involved with military or Navy, Air. I'm picking up as well. They are challenged. The relationships can be challenging. Continue to work on it. Love still lives in your heart. If it's for an old relationship, stay in a place of faith and forgiveness. Hermit card is to do with being hermiting or keeping yourself to yourself. Space is required for some people to regain, especially Scorpion energy, to regain their ability to intuit. They need alone time, a lot of alone time. With my son, he likes to hide himself away like a crystal. You must cover it up, and so it can grow in strength. The crystal must be covered because it's earthing it, and then when you take it out, it can then have that energy to lift your energy in the room. Then we have the Prince of Winter. This is Aquarian energy, Aquarian, Gemini, or Libra, strong replacement. And it's talking about watching where you're going. You may be very impulsive. You may be the sort of person that has to get up and run with it and take an idea and run with it without looking where the forest is from the trees. They're impulsive. They try to make them pause. You're in a pausing stage right now because the Hermit and the Four of Cups can represent a pause in proceeding onto a new job or a new level of understanding. Sometimes you go on an impulse, but sometimes you have to also look out for pitfalls. Nine of Cups, you have a wish fulfillment, prosperity, good fortune, joyfulness. Allow your heart to be filled with childlike wonder and picture what you desire. Write it on a piece of paper. Law of attraction works every time. Whenever I pull cards, I sometimes pull a card that's similar to the one I pulled here. The Ace of Cups, I've pulled a Sacred Pool, and the Sacred Pool is talking about emotions and water. Sacred Pool is also to do with you may need a detox, a cleanse, being near a body of water to make wishes. And I usually make wishes with coins at fountains. You may need to also drink more water. Sacred Pool can represent that. Then you've got the Flying Ring. This is astral travel. This is to do with people that astral travel. Flying dreams, I call them. Where you're seeing something from a viewpoint, a cherry picker viewpoint, and you are seeing what's coming for you in the future. I get floor plans. I get layouts of floor plans. So I've seen a floor plan of a place I'm going to work at, and I saw my son's university place before it was even built. I had that 6 months before it was built. I was looking like a helicopter on the actual floor plan. I drew it for him. He laughed at me. And then when I went to visit him in my sleep, I knew exactly which room he was in, and I showed him the picture of the floor plan of the lounge room. So that's kind of handy for me. So we've got here flying, and I'm reading the cleaning house energy again, moving energy around. A trick for me is to sweep from the front door to the back door, and then use the handle of the broom, knock it on the ground 3 times, and we've removed everyone's negativity. A lot of people in China remove their shoes before they enter a building. They believe in not bringing in energy or negativity into the home. When you see cleaning house, it's time to declutter. Throw out things, get rid of unwanted stuff, donate to charities. Maybe you're taking apart a physical home, possibly a storage unit like I've got. Release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business you need to address? Thoughts, memories, emotional baggage must be swept out of your house. Your conscience must be clear for you to move freely. Spring cleaning. Look at what you've resisted, discarded, and be honest about its value. Be honest, clean a house. I tend to use lavender when I'm clean. Lavender is always luck. Invites luck into the home. And that's all I have for you, air sign. I hope that helps someone out there. Definitely my son can relate to most of this reading. He's currently going through a move, and I think he's looking at a new place to live. I'm just going to go back over that Sacred Pool. Okay, so your thoughts are a reflection of feelings and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Focus on self-love and self-esteem. Reflect by the pool. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the water, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with confidence and surety, and success will be yours. So I wake up at 1, 2 and 4, last 2 nights. It's usually because I'm hearing or sensing someone that's in distress. The little boy next door to where I'm living temporarily has got croup. So his croup is related to his emotions. He's emotionally not coping, so he's got croup. A mental manifestation will be expressed in a physical sense. The phlegmatic, the asthmatics of the world usually have deep emotions buried, and it comes out in a chest infection or asthma. And that's what I picked up from the little boy. Okay, that's all I have for air signs. Thank you.